The Bucs and the Seahawks have played 14 times, and currently Seattle leads the series 9-5. Now, the two teams will always be associated because they came into the NFL together in 1976, and they'd met in those first two seasons. Seattle had, of course, a little more success in the first couple of years, but the Bucs have two Super Bowls in their closet. The 1976 game was truly the game of the week. The really week. The two teams combined for 35 penalties and 310 yards in penalty yardage, both then NFL records. The game featured the first touchdown pass in Buc history, and of course it didn't come until the third quarter of the sixth game. This was the expansion Bucs we're talking about. Running back Lewis Carter was stopped on 3rd and goal, and then two-handed the ball across to wide receiver Morris Owens, who was standing on the right of the line. He just stepped into the end zone for the first historic passing touchdown. But with potential overtime looming, if Dave Green could connect on a 35-yard field goal, fans were mercifully put out of their misery when it's blocked, and Seattle took a 13-10 victory. The return game in the Kingdome the following October was a lot more entertaining, and the Bucs scored 23 of their 50 points in the first 12 weeks in this single encounter. This was the 77 Bucs we're talking about. Gary Huff hit Morris Owens on a 67-yard scoring pass, then the longest play in franchise history, but the Seahawks wound up on top again, this time 30-23. The two teams would then not meet for another 17 years, and the Bucs' first victory did not come until 1999 when they went to the Kingdome and the defence took control, forcing 6 turnovers. Patrick Hape had the winning score as Sean King replaced an injured Trent Dilfer and led the team to a victory in his first real appearance for the franchise.
This is just pure old-fashioned football. Tight line splits. You got a masher in the backfield. 3rd down and goal from the 2, and it's a play-action pass. And King, wide open for the touchdown, is Patrick Hape. Well done. And the first touchdown of the game. And a thankful Sean King.
Now, the 19th of October 2008 was a really memorable night for Tampa sports, because while the Bucs were beating the Seahawks 20-10 on Sunday Night Football, just across the bay at La Trop, the Rays were playing the Boston Red Sox, in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. And I can recall many people being more concerned with updates on the scoreboard of how the Rays were getting on than how the Bucs were doing. Eventually, of course, the Rays would win and go to their first World Series, while the Bucs cruised to this victory.
See, they're allowing 30 points a game. That's contrasted with the 18 from last season. Now on 3rd and 7, Garcia will throw, and it will be caught with a flag thrown by Antonio Bryant.
2009 saw a really shock win for the Bucs in Seattle, as Raheem Morris's team was 1-11 at the time. But the following year, they were on their way to a 10-6 record, and they totally destroyed the Seahawks 38-10 in a game in late December. Josh Freeman threw 5 touchdown passes in that game. But for a trivia question, can you name the other 4 quarterbacks who've thrown 5 touchdowns in a game?
The difficulties they had last year has got to be exciting.
And it is a touchdown. Maurice Stovall is first of the year.
The most recent Buccaneer victory came in 2016 when James Winston twice found Mike Evans in the first quarter. The defence played out of its mind, and a rather unusual 14-5 scoreline was the end result.
Martin set up to the left of Winston. Winston has it. He throws. End zone. Touchdown. Mike Evans. He set it down for the Bucs. Peyton Barber in the backfield from the Seattle 23. Winston throws. It is Evans. Touchdown. His second of the game.
Now, this game is not taking place at Raymond James Stadium. It's taking place at the home of Bayern Munich FC, the 4th time the Bucs have played in the International Series. They are 0-3 so far in games played in London, so maybe moving to Germany will bring them a better result. And it's a 9:30 East Coast time start, as the game is played mid-afternoon local time here in Europe. So the answer to the trivia question: there are 5 Buccaneer quarterbacks who have thrown 5 touchdown passes in a game. Steve DeBerg was the first in 1987. Brad Johnson did it in the Super Bowl year. We've got Josh Freeman in 2010. Jameis Winston did it. And Tom Brady's done it several times since he became a Buccaneer. And you can look back at all of those as well as all the previous matchups with the Seahawks on BucPower.com. Every player, every game, everything Bucks.